Hey there, everybody. It's Greg again. It's another edition of Unbreakable, the podcast. It is Wednesday, August the 7th. And before I go much further, I gotta say that today is the anniversary of my mom's passing 11 years ago today. She passed away. And love you. We still miss you, Bob. She was a great lady. I tell you what, if you would have known my mom, you would have loved her too. She was the type of little lady there. She would remind you of your mother or grandmother. You know, whenever anybody was sick, she would send a card, send a get well card to them, go visit them at the hospital. If somebody in the neighborhood, a relative died, she would bake a cake or make a pot of soup, get out and take over. That's what they did back in those days. And she was just a sweet lady, very, very kind to everybody and very nice, very sweet. So I miss her a lot. And so I want to say, how about that Governor Wentz, Walls, whatever his name is. I'll get used to it. What a guy, what a guy. He seems like a guy who just wants to sit down and have a beer, or a root beer. Just like that. So it seems like a regular guy. So even though I was disappointed, whoa, listen to the dogs coming to take me away. Where are these dogs? Even though I was a little disappointed that Kamala Harris did not pick Josh Shapiro, but we saw the speech that Shapiro gave last night. It was a great, great speech. Um, I think Governor Walls is going to be okay. I think he's smart. He's funny. He's really funny. You know what I like about this ticket? The joy, the joy. Not only are they going to be a really good team, and but the joy. On the other side, we see a lot of anger and a lot of hate, and nobody smiles and nobody laughs. I don't want to live that way. I'd rather people smile again and be happy and have joy in their life. So that's what I think is really cool. That that we've come out of the pandemic, that dark time in our lives. It's about time. It's about time that people smile again and laugh and had some hope. So I think it's going to be good. Hey, how about those Phillies? Phillies last night won a game. Yay. They beat the Dodgers in LA. Now, yesterday's game was important because the Phillies have won the season series against the Dodgers 4-1, no matter what happens tonight, which is important because if they end up tied at the end of the season, the Phillies would get the tiebreaker, which means that they would have home field advantage in the playoffs, which could be very important. I'd rather have 4 games in Philly with my home crowd than I would in 4 games in LA, right? So very important. Uh, Phillies win tonight. They get a chance to took 5 out of 6 from LA. And tonight's very important because LA is only a game and a half behind the Phillies in the overall standings of the National League. Again, whoever gets the top gets home field advantage. So tonight's the difference between the Phillies leading Los Angeles being 2.5 games ahead of the Dodgers or only being a half a game ahead of the Dodgers. So it's a big game tonight. Big game. So we'll see what happens. And the boys came out and they hit 14 hits. Bryce Harper had a couple of hits. Schwarber had a couple of hits. Bo had a couple of hits. That was really, really nice to see. So maybe the boys are starting to break out of it. Now, after tonight, the Phillies have 4 more games on the road. For this road trip, they go to Arizona, which isn't going to be easy. We know Arizona is a pain in the butt. We know them. And Arizona Cubs have been playing very, very well, very big baseball. So it's not going to be easy taking on the D-backs. But Phillies will be coming home after that, and we look forward to seeing them. Now, I got something I want to read you that I found online. This is a list of the top 14 billionaire celebrities in the world right now. Billion, not million, billion. These are all celebrities. I'm going to start from 14 and above, okay? So number 14 on the list. I was surprised she's this low, but it's Taylor Swift. She has $1.1 billion. Now that's no chopped liver. Don't get me wrong, I would take that. 1.1 billion. Whoa. But compared to all these other people, it's just a drop in the ocean. Right? Number 13 is a guy named Dick Wolf. 1.2 billion. Now, who is Dick Wolf? I didn't know. I had to look him up. Dick Wolf is the creator behind shows like Law and Order. He's a producer, he's the creator, and all these Law and Order shows that you see on TV, that's the guy. And obviously, he has made a lot of money from the shows, not only from primetime, but syndication and so forth. So he's up there. Number 12 on the list is Magic Johnson, the ex-Los Angeles Laker basketball player. Magic, he's worth $1.2 billion. And not only that, don't forget, Magic Johnson invested his money in movie theaters. Magic Johnson has all movie theaters in the country too. So he's invested as well. And he's also a part owner of the Los Angeles Dodgers too. There you go. Number 11 on the list. There's a lot of sports guys on this list. If you have a son growing up or a daughter, I would say point them in the direction of being an athlete or a singer. That's what you're going to find on this list a lot. The number 11 is another athlete, LeBron James, $1.2 billion, billionaire. And of course, we know LeBron James still plays for the Lakers, the all-time leading scorer in the NBA, and he's starting to branch out into other things too. So, number 10 on the list, another sports guy, Tiger Woods, $1.3 billion. Tiger Woods is not the golfer he used to be. So they're going to championships. Let's see some background. Instead of showing himself as far as an athlete is concerned. But he's into all this other stuff. And of course, all the endorsements given them too. So Tiger is number 10 on the list. Number 9 on the list, finally, is Rihanna. $1.4 billion. So get this. Rihanna and Taylor Swift are both billionaires. But Rihanna has more money. Rihanna has 3 more million than Taylor Swift. So Rihanna's number 9. Number 8, this surprised me. Tyler Perry, the writer, producer, director. Tyler Perry is worth $1.4 billion. Number 7 on the list is Peter Jackson, the director, producer. He did so many great Avatar, right? So many great movies. And I remember Peter Jackson being a Beatles fan. Peter Jackson did the Let It Be, Get Back documentary, all those lost films back in the day. What a great documentary that was. I'm waiting for that. They said that they shot like 60 hours worth of film, or they found 60 hours worth of film in a vault the Beatles when they were recording the Let It Be album, but they only showed, they didn't show half of that. So where is all this other footage? That's what I'd like to see. Number 6 on the list, Kim Kardashian. The Kardashians. Kim Kardashian specifically is worth $1.7 billion. I see she has a new album coming out. I didn't know she would sing. Here's the way I look at the Kardashians. Well, nothing against them. They're rich, but basically that's it. They're rich. They're rich. Yeah. I never knew of the Kardashians as being great actors or great dancers or singers or whatever. They're just kind of there. They have their own reality show and they marry into money. And, but, I mean, what do they do other than sit there and collect the money, which I guess is fine. So there you go, Kim Kardashian, 1.7, billion dollars. How about that? Hey, Kim Kardashian, why don't you throw $1 billion over my way? At least $1 billion. All right, so now we come down to the top 5. This top 5, I don't know if it's going to surprise you or not. Didn't think about it, doesn't really surprise me, but here you go. Top 5 billionaire celebrities in the world today. Number 5 is Jay-Z. And he's the first one on our list to have a wealth of $2.5 billion, Jay-Z. Now, I gotta tell you, I'm not a big Jay-Z fan, so I'm not a fan of his music, not a fan of I think he kind of talks. That's just me. I don't have $2.5 billion, but then again, I may not lose count the knowledge. So, what's more important, I guess being really what not is that. I would say number 4 on this, Oprah Winfrey. Yeah, it doesn't seem. Oprah was worth $2.8 billion. And of course, we know that she may not win. I kind of miss her for the sheets. She was on then. We were talking about the movie from nothing. I used to watch her because she used to get all the time people on the show. Then they could live to oh, weird something. Oh, eyes. But it was a lot of I enjoyed it. I always thought, I know what has about children, but she has a new housing, you get time, you do it. I always thought that they probably would be like our generations and other adults, that she would have lots of special, I don't want people to people better TV, food, so you gotta see. She would do specials with one of the or something, like maybe 4 times a year. She would interview for celebrities in and out, right? I opened we could do the same thing. Oh, and there she is, reading books. I tell you what, if you get endorsement for a book from Oprah, your book goes right up to the top of the bestseller list. So she's still a big influence in the world. And she is the highest ranked woman on this list. $2.8 billion. Number 3 of the billionaire celebrities in the world, Michael Jordan. Air Jordan himself, he is worth $3.2 billion. $3 billion. Michael Jordan, what can I say? even though he hasn't played basketball in like what 20 years or so. Where did that? He's still an icon in sports, and Michael Jordan with the Air Jordans, the sneakers, and probably the greatest basketball player ever. And he has owned franchises. He's all over the place. Invested his money well. So there you go. So the top two, we're down to the top two, and they're sort of linked together. They're sort of kind of related. Well, number two on the list is the great Steven Spielberg. Spielberg is worth $4.8 billion. 4.8. And of course, we know Spielberg. He's one of the greatest directors, producers ever, writers. Jaws. And the Spielberg movies, think about it. Which is your favorite? I still like Jaws because Jaws was very suspenseful. Jaws also was a difference maker in the world. Remember the summer of, what was it, 75, 76, where nobody wanted to go in the water. But it's still that way. Think about it. 40, 50 years later, you hear the music. You think of Jaws. You think of, you hear about all these shark sightings down off the coast and then the east coast and it's supposed to you think of Jaws. And what a great movie with the great Robert Shaw and then a little bit of it. Richard Dreyfuss. What a great movie. Well, I love Jaws. Jaws is good. It built up the tension. We never saw the shark until halfway through the movie. And then Jaws, a lot of the Shark Academy. But it was it was a fun movie, scary movie, great movie. And the summer it came out was just unbelievable. People lined up around the block to get into the movie to see Jaws. It was great. So I think that's my favorite. He did a lot of good movies, E.T., Jurassic Park. He did so many great movies. The Indiana Jones series. This great. Steven Spielberg. The number one, the richest billionaire son in the world. I feel like it is. For a long time. And what is it? George Lucas. $5.5 billion. Well, of course, we know George Lucas, Star Wars. Created Star Wars, producer, director, blah, 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 blah. And don't forget, when George Lucas sold the rights to Star Wars rights to Disney, with us for like $1 billion. So he picked up another $1 billion right there, just for selling the rights. And I think Disney, that was a good deal for them too, because $1 billion money, but you think of everything Disney has done with that, just all these other spin-offs of the Disney Channel, and what? They're getting the money's worth. It may not be as good as the original Star Wars that George Lucas had handed, but it keeps the story going. I can't follow the story over there. I like the original Star Wars, and I was kind of getting the relationships there. But then when he started spinning off, I was like, get me on that. I couldn't. But anyway, it's a lot of fun. So there you have it. The 14 richest celebrities in the world right now. You can only imagine if times were like now, what would Michael Jackson be worth today, right? A Prince, Prince, there's a good Prince. What would he be doing there? You know, you just have to wonder. That's it. Back in the '80s, when those guys were ruling, it was a different world, you know, and the economics were different too. So it's very interesting. As I said, I'm a little surprised that Taylor Swift was so low as she is. But 1.1 billion is good. I'm frankly shocked when I look at this list. There it is. That my man Paul McCartney's not there. He's got to be worth $1 billion. At least he is. I know it. But he's probably worth less than Taylor Swift. You know, when you think about it. But I'm surprised because, you know, the Beatles music keeps finding new generations of fans all the time. People still buy Beatles CDs, Beatles vinyl records, you know. They still, and Paul McCartney is still getting royalties of all those songs that he wrote. And he's been writing books lately. And I mean, think about it. Think about all the things that Paul McCartney has done. So for him not to be in the top 14 of the Tsunami Billionaire sort of surprises me. Really does. Because he's made a lot of money in his time being a songwriter and a singer. So, but oh well, easy come, easy go. So I came across that and I thought it would be good to share. Okay, everybody, well, have a great day. I tell you what I'm doing tonight. I'm going to go see the great, the magnificent Al Stewart at Sellersville Theater today. I love Al Stewart. I try to catch him anytime he comes around. And he usually comes to Phoenixville right here at the Colonial Theater. That's sort of his second home. But this tour, he's bypassing us for some reason. He played the Kessel Theater in Glenside. And now he's coming back and he's doing the Sellersville Theater, which is one of my favorite places to go see a show. So that should be a lot of fun. He always, not only is his music, Ear the Cat, On the Border, ever great, underrated musician, especially songwriter, the great Al Stewart. He tells great stories too. When he's up there at concert, in between songs, he'll just get into a thing where he'll tell you stories about how it was like back in the 60s and 70s in England and in the States when he was breaking in. He knew the Beatles. When he came to America, he roomed with Simon and Garfunkel, of all people. They were his roommates when he came over from England and he needed a place to stay until he got his feet on here in America. He stayed with Paul Simon and he knew Garfunkel and all those guys back in the day. So he's always got fascinating stories that he lays on you during his shows. So I love those stories. He's funny. He's out there. It's got great sense of humor. So that's what I'm going to be today. I don't want to get home. I'll just kick back and I'll watch those films. Hopefully they take 2 out of 3 from the Dodgers today. That would be nice. That'd be very nice. Well, everybody, take care. Peace and love to you. Have a great day. Have a great hump day. Halfway through the week. And can you believe we're in the 7 days of August already? Before you know it, I hate to be the Debbie Downer, being a party pooper. But we're going to be hitting Labor Day soon, which means, vacation's over. Kids go back to school. We're into the fall season. Before you know it, it'll be Christmas. The only thing I really look forward to there is the weather getting cooler. I don't like all this humidity and buginess, you know. Can't wait till we get into September so we can get some fall weather That's good for you. Really good, really good. All right, everybody, peace and love. Keep up the good fight. That's all we can do. Is fight the good fight every day. And as long as you don't give up hope, keep hoping on, okay? Hang in there and do the best we can. One day at a time. Take care, everyone. Thanks for watching. Thanks for listening. I'll see you next time on the podcast, Unbreakable. See you then. Bye.